Hi, welcome to me and Mediumship. First video for a little while. Basically been busy with the Patreon side of things and hadn't really had the time, to be quite honest. So I decided to talk this evening based on a lot of what I've learned with the students, I guess, on Patreon side of things, and the feeling I get from them is an awful lot of confusion. So really that's why I decided just to do this video and try and help others out who are feeling like they are, working very hard, don't seem to be getting anywhere. They've done all the courses, read all the books and everything, and they just feel that they're not really progressing as fast as what they'd like. They talk about course content. That's one thing they do talk about, and what they've gained and what they haven't gained from all those courses and teachings that are out there for them. And it's become quite apparent, really, that it certainly has become way too commercialized, if you like. Things like TV especially, some of the channels that they watch, some of the scary things on the paranormal investigations and what have you, has for some, not all, but for some, put the fear into what they are doing. So, which is sad in a way, because there's absolutely nothing to fear. And what we understand from it is that, like I said, it's become too commercialized, and that old saying of mine, I guess, is it's become too plastic. And I know we live in a kind of plastic world, I guess, but it looks like some aspects of what we do is following the same route, is all going and turning quite plasticky. That's the word, plasticky in essence, I guess. And it's sad. It's very sad what I hear, the type of things that these people are being told, the questions they ask, and the answers they get are just mind-boggling, really. So I can't put things right, obviously. I can only do what I do, and I can only do it my way. And I sound, I guess, a bit repetitive at times because I keep saying the same things. But there is a reason why I do that. The reason is to try and steer people away from this commercialism, this plastic feel that this, after all, is a natural gift. Well, I say gift, but it is a natural part of being who we are. Now, we cannot in any way, shape or form put any element of plastic, if you like, into it, because it will just block. There's just no way in a million years will anything happen for you. Basically, because the stress involved in trying to do things in a set way, and the pressure that you start to feel trying to do some of these exercises, is just simply going to block what you're trying to achieve. It's very important that you get the basics, the basic understanding of what you are trying to achieve. That is so important, and it's not stressed enough in some of these courses. It's maybe mentioned and then forgotten about. But it is the very foundation from where you need to begin, from where you need to start. You will not progress if you haven't got that ability to be able to grasp your own soul, your own spirit. If you haven't got that, then you haven't got the basic tool that you need to be able to communicate. So you sit, and it's simple as that. You sit in silence initially, because there you don't necessarily have to expand any energy. If you can just clear the mind and sit in that silence, and you'll be surprised that you kind of get to know self naturally by sitting in that silence. You can think about how you feel about different aspects of life, different things that are happening to you, things that have happened to you, how you feel you fit into this crazy world. All these different things you can think about, and you get a grasp, a true feeling of who you really are. And we need to forget about work. We need to forget about all the things we have to do around the house. We need to forget about those things temporary, just while we are sat in that silence, and concentrate on yourself and just get a grasp of that true personality of who you really are. That's very important. So just spend some time doing that initially. And obviously we've got the sitting in the power. And it's been mentioned not only once, a number of times in some of the guidance that I give on Patreon, how tense some people are while sat in the silence. Well, you might as well put the telly on, really, because at the end of the day, if there's any tension there at all, if there's any frustration there at all because it's not working, because you can't hear anything, you can't see anything, you can't sense anything, then if there's any tension at all there, then immediately you've built that wall between this world and the next. So these few little tips here that I'm going to give you about sitting in the silence, I've probably said them before, and for that I apologise, but it's just the training that I'm doing at the moment, this guiding that I'm doing at the moment keeps highlighting over and over again the same mistakes, if you like, the things that are going wrong. This is natural. This is a natural thing. Okay, you don't need anything apart from that self energy and that energy of spirit around you to start to build that communication. Sometimes I wonder if there's somebody out there one day will say, stand on one leg, put your left arm in the air, stick your finger out, and you'll get a better signal. It wouldn't surprise me at all if I could just imagine people doing just that. It's some of the things that are said aren't quite as ridiculous as that, but it's just annoying, I guess. I suppose it's kind of annoying. I'm not somebody who gets that annoyed, but to hear the same repetitive things being said to me is not only sad, it's very worrying as well, because obviously people spend an awful lot of money on some of these courses and things, and they're coming away no better than what they went in. And the problem is as well, if a lot of these courses as well, for me, what I've heard are edging on more of the psychic works side of things rather than that true connection with spirit. And that is worrying, because that means we're not getting the true mediumship that we're trying to achieve. We are literally just reading a person, and that is absolutely ridiculous. It's pointless, to name yourself as a medium and you're working on another different level altogether is certainly not right. So self, just make sure you've got that grasp, that inner sense of who you are. Okay, and keep telling yourself, you probably already know this anyway, of course you do, but just make sure you remind yourself that you are soul, you are spirit, you are energy within a body. Okay, you're not going to be using any part of this mind to connect with the energy that's around you. You are using your energy, your spirit, your soul to make that connection. So when you're sitting in that power, don't get frustrated. I've said this a million times. Do not expect anything. Just sit. Expand your energy. Do not expect anything to happen. You can put that thought out there before you sit. You can put the thought of intent out there before you sit. Okay? Spirit will hear that. But these things do take time. This energy takes time to build within not only yourself, but within spirit, so they can work with you. They will expand and merge with you, but it's that time working with you which gives them the ability to be able to do that, and vice versa. Do not expect anything every time you sit. Just sit in that energy. Sit there. Go to your place, which I've explained in other videos, wherever that way may be. And as I was explaining to a lady the other evening when we was doing the one-to-one guidance training, as I was trying to explain to her, sometimes it may help to find, because you need to have peace. Okay, you don't need to have that peace within. So it's important you are peaceful. And so, in a sense, I said to her, if you try and think of a place that you go, maybe you've been to maybe a few months back, a week back, a day, whatever, a place you've been to that gave you that peace inside, that kind of holiness feeling, like it may be like a church that you visited, you walk in, you get that inner peace within you. You feel that gentleness, that warmth. You feel that energy within you. For some, it can simply be out in the countryside, sat by a river, sat on the coast somewhere, in a wood, wherever you get that feeling of warmth, okay, to help you with that peace that you're trying to achieve when you're sitting in the power. Just before you start, put yourself there in your mind. Try and recreate that feeling that you have when you enter these places or go to these places. Try and recreate it, picture it in your mind and recreate that feeling. So create that peace. Sit in your power and expand, okay, into that love, light, into that warmth. And be. Don't try and force self at all. In other words, don't start to look, if you like. Think about, why aren't I seeing anything? Why can't I sense anything? Don't do any of that. Just be, just allow it to happen. So some people are getting very stressed with sitting in the power because nothing's going on. And like I've said before, you're building that wall. You are not allowing that flow of energy through. Be happy with yourself while you're sat in that power. Just enjoy it. Enjoy expanding your energy outwardly and sitting there in that peace. And if you sense, okay, if you sense maybe a figure, if you sense a sound, a voice, just allow it to come and go. Do not question it. Don't go, oh, what was that? Oh, lovely, you've blown it. Just allow it to come and go. You'll have plenty of time once you've come out of that sitting in the power to go through things in your mind. Get in the habit of doing that. So in a sense, you are ignoring what's going on. You're just allowing it to be. You're allowing it to flow. Think about it when you're finished. That's the time to think about it. Maybe even jot little things down. Now just jot some notes down. Have a journal and write them down. So the two elements that you must work on is that element of self. So spend some time, like I said, in that silence, thinking about you and how you feel, how you sense self, that inner feeling, your energy, your spirit. Think about that. Sit in your power, okay, as regularly as you can. Do not demand or expect anything to happen, because believe me, the more you do that, the less chance anything will. You could be sitting for years and nothing will happen. If you demand it, if you expect it, you need to get an idea of what just being means. So just sit in it, in that energy, in that power. And if you allow that just to flow through you, because that's basically what you're trying to do. You're trying to get a flow of energy. So it's coming through you, you're expanding it out there. Spirit are doing the same thing. Okay, there's a blend of their energy coming in towards you to merge with you, to build that relationship. You can do, as I've said it before, people don't like me saying it, but hey, that's how it is. You can spend an absolute fortune going on courses and things, and you will get absolutely nowhere if you don't grasp those two basic things: self, soul, spirit, your self, and that peace, that just being sat in the power and allowing that energy to flow. You must have a good grasp of that. There's so many of you struggling because you are expecting, because you are frustrated, because nothing's happening. You're questioning self. I must be doing this wrong. The minute you say that to yourself, immediately, you've destroyed part of what you're trying to do, because you are convincing self that you're not doing something right because nothing's happening. Sit in that love, light and warmth and just allow things to flow, because by doing that, you will not only enhance your mediumistic ability, you will enhance everyday life for yourself. You will feel more peaceful. Things won't bother you so much. You will feel a lot more laid back when you get that peace within. Not to say you'll never be upset or emotional ever again. That would be ridiculous to say that. Of course you will. You're a human. So it will happen. And we need to experience. But it will help you. Just that sitting daily, weekly, whatever you decide to do. And obviously the more dedication, the more time and effort you put into this, and the less expectations you have as well, just by being, there's more chance that you will start to open up that line of communication. So there we go. A little moan or nag from me. It's just, I keep hearing it all the time, and it is so sad. Anyway, please like and subscribe and share the video if you like it. That'd be absolutely great. Pop over to Patreon as well if you're interested in any guidance work that I do on a one-to-one basis, and I'll put the link for that in the description if you might be interested in that. But please don't get caught out. Okay, look after your well-earned. Okay, there is a fee for what I do, obviously, because I have fees as well, which I have to pay and break even on. And obviously I'll put a lot of that back into what I do, and just to give myself a bit more time doing what I love, and that's my Patreon, and of course a bit of YouTube as well. So take care and have a lovely evening. Thank you for subscribing if you have already. It means an awful lot to me, keeps me going, and here's to the future of mediumship. Let's keep working at it and get this right. It would be a dream come true for me. So take care, have a lovely evening, and I'll speak to you all again very soon. Bye for now.